I remember looking up at apartment buildings and looking into the windows of apartments and wondering who lived there and wondering what their life was like. Always wanting to be in those apartments rather than on a corner or literally in a gutter sleeping. Hi, I'm Beth, I'm 25 and I experienced homelessness in Melbourne for 3 years. I used to do modelling and like pageants and stuff, but now I'm going to be a mum, so I'm getting ready for that. The experience for homelessness happened very quickly and I didn't realise it was happening around me at all. I experienced sleeping rough for I think 9 months consecutively in the CBD, which is rough. That is very rough. So I was sleeping in car parks or, if I was brave enough, alleyways, but there's only so many places in the CBD that you can sort of hide yourself and be safe. I'm such a small girl and had large amounts of luggage, like suitcases full of clothes, and everything had accumulated over such and such amount of time. I had private rentals, sort of on and off. They were obviously taken away from me and I was evicted due to my friends at the time not behaving as they should have been. So, you know, I was sort of living in these private rentals for 3 months or 4 months or maybe even 2 weeks. And the last one that I had planned to stay in for 12 months. And the person I was living with didn't pay their share of the rent, so evicted. And the week that I got evicted, I found out I was pregnant. So I had a choice to make, a big one. And I realised that there was something more important than me coming into this world, and I needed to be sort of a world for that thing. And so I called Launch Housing and I said, hey, I've called before, I've tried to get help from you before. This time though, it's not just me that needs help. I think it's important that Melburnians understand the stigma attached to it is, it's wild. It's not necessarily the person itself, it's the circumstances that you're faced with. So it's just disappointing that homelessness is just sort of placed in one scale when there's so much going on to cause that. Now I've been living in my apartment for 3 months, but I have been on this journey for 8. And in that time I have gotten clean, I've sought help from mental health professionals, I'm on a lot of vitamins, pregnancy vitamins and everything, so I'm giving my body sort of a chance to, for the first time ever, just sort of stop, do what it's meant to do, giving my head a chance to be what it's sort of meant to be. And now that I've got stability, I can actually maintain all of that. I was like, wow, okay, I'm a mum, that's crazy, okay.